Thank you so much for staying with us. The Queen's Baton Relay is in Nigeria. For more on that story, here's Kayode Alayode on Sports News.
Well, that's it. The 2018 Commonwealth Games Queen's Baton Relay has arrived in Nigeria. This is part of activities to herald the multi-sports event scheduled to hold from April the 5th through to the 15th, 2018 in Queensland, Australia. The delegation of the Queen's Baton Relay was received by officials of the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development and the Nigeria Olympic Committee. This is the fifth time the Baton Relay will be visiting Nigeria since 2002.
Means that it is now in Nigeria, and the president and his team and all the members of the federations must now participate in the programs, make the people aware of the games, and come to the Gold Coast next year. Nigeria is one of the powerful members of the Commonwealth Games, and we expect Nigeria to do what they normally do in the past, bring medals. We went to the Paralympics and we saw how they collected all the gold medals. We were worried as to, wow, is there anything left? Now we want that same spirit to happen at the Commonwealth Games. Go there and collect all the gold medals. We don't want to be members or a number. We want to be competitive.
To participate in Gold Coast Commonwealth Game in 2018. Allah, what you say, we are going to collect as many gold medals as possible. We are assuring you that we will do our best to make sure that Nigeria fully participated in the game and will do well there. Will make our country proud while we are there.
Well, that's the least we can do. We go there and receive all the medals. Now, in the English Premier League, Christian Benteke's 11th minute strike has helped Crystal Palace stun league leaders Chelsea by 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. Elsewhere, Tottenham beat Burnley 2-0 to close the gap on the Chelsea to 7 points. Hull City edged West Ham 2-1. Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi scored Leicester City's opening goal in their 2-0 win over Stoke City. Manchester United and West Brom drew goalless at Old Trafford. Watford pipped Sunderland 1-0. Southampton and Bournemouth played a goalless draw, while in the day's lunchtime kickoff, Liverpool beat Everton by 3-1 at Anfield. In tennis, Johanna Konta has claimed the biggest title of her career with a 6-4, 6-3 win over Caroline Wozniacki in the final of the Miami Open. The British #1 was the better player throughout and held her nerves when she needed it most, breaking Wozniacki to seal the victory with a magnificent lob at the end of the thrilling rally. It is the biggest win by a British woman since Virginia Wade lifted the Wimbledon title in 1977. Meanwhile, one of the greatest rivalries in tennis history will be renewed on Sunday. That's tomorrow, when Roger Federer takes on Rafael Nadal in the final of the Miami Open. Nadal was the first to book his place in the championship decider with a 6-1, 7-5 win over Italy's Fabio Fognini. And while Federer then ensured a third meeting this season and 37th overall with a 7-6, 6-7 and 7-6 victory over Nick Kyrgios, Nadal leads their head-to-head 23-13, but Federer has won the past 3 meetings for the first time in the rivalry, and the 18-time major winner hopes to continue his winning run in Sunday's championship decider.
Maybe the most special one, just because of everything that was, that was part of the game. And then I played a great match against him in Indian Wells, so I hope I can keep the roll running. It's the first time I've beaten Rafa 3 times in a row, so might as well make it 4 right now.
Happy Federer there. Now, four-time champion Tiger Woods has confirmed he will not be fit for next week's Masters at Augusta, Georgia. The American winner of 14 majors has not played since withdrawing from the Dubai Desert Classic in February with ongoing back spasms. This year marks the 20th anniversary of his first Masters win. The 41-year-old also missed the 2014 and 2016 Masters tournaments because of injury. That's it on Sports News. The news continues in just a moment. Stay with us.
At least 112 people have been killed in Putumayo province, southwest Colombia, with many more injured after a landslide following hours of heavy rains overnight, causing riverbanks to burst. A lot of people are said to be missing as the main local hospital struggles to cope with the numbers. Representatives of the National Disaster Risk Management Unit say 17 neighborhoods are affected, including the provincial capital of Moca, where the mayor lives. Meanwhile, President Juan Manuel Santos has sent his condolences to the families of the victims and insists that more troops will be deployed to help rescue efforts. The Venezuelan Supreme Court has reversed its ruling to strip Congress of legislative powers. It made the decision after the government of President Nicolas Maduro urged it to review the ruling to maintain institutional stability. The initial decision, announced on Wednesday, had been denounced as a coup by the opposition, which dominates the National Assembly. Anti-government protesters have staged a daily protest against this move. Demonstrators in Paraguay have set fire to the country's Congress amid violent protests against a bill that would let the president seek re-election. But opponents say the bill will weaken the country's democratic institution. Police used mounted units, rubber bullets and water cannons to disperse the crowd. Local media reports said that an activist had been shot dead while dozens of others have been injured, including protesters, politicians and police officers as well. The new constitution in 1992 created a modern government, but there has been a long period of political instability and party infighting, as well as a failed coup attempt. And the main news again. The National Center for Disease Control today said that the number of deaths from meningitis in the country has risen to 328, just as he gave the assurance that efforts are on to check the spread of the disease. Also today, Nupeng announced that petrol tanker drivers are set to down tools next Monday over workers' poor conditions and welfare. And more than 100 were today killed in Colombia after a landslide, leaving many others injured. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm Melinda Akinwami.